What if I told you that the brand new car sitting in your driveway isn't actually a car? What if I told you that the shiny iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket isn't a phone? I know, it sounds like I'm being philosophical, but I'm being literal. That car, that's not a vehicle. That's 3 years of your life. 3 years of waking up at 7 a.m., sitting in traffic, dealing with a boss you can't stand, and missing your kids' soccer games, all packed into a metal box with four wheels. That phone, that's not a communication device. That's 200 hours of your labor, pre-sold to a bank before you even earned it. Most people look at a price tag and see a number. $50,000 for the car, $1,200 for the phone. But the wealthy, they look at the price tag and see time, and more importantly, they see freedom. I'm Leo, and today we're going to talk about the most sophisticated trap ever designed in human history. It's called modern slavery, but it doesn't use chains or whips. It uses credit scores, buy now, pay later buttons, and the illusion of choice. If you feel like you're running faster and faster, but staying in the exact same place, it's not because you're lazy. It's because you've been tricked into selling your future for a dopamine hit today. Let's look at the math of the prison you're building for yourself. Society tells us that time is money. That's a lie. Time is much more valuable than money. You can always make another dollar, but you can never, ever make another minute. When you go to work, you are participating in a trade. You give an employer 1 hour of your finite life, and they give you, say, $30. After taxes, maybe it's $22. Now here is where the modern slavery glitch happens. In the old days, if you wanted something that cost $1,000, you had to work until you saved $1,000. You felt every single hour of that labor. You knew exactly how much life that item cost. But then, the financial system realized something brilliant. If they wait for you to save money, the economy slows down. So they invented a way for you to spend money you haven't earned yet. They gave you a credit card. They gave you zero down financing. They made it so easy to swipe that you stopped calculating the cost in hours. You started calculating it in monthly payments. It's only $400 a month, you tell yourself. No, it's not $400. It's 20 hours of your life every single month for the next 5 years. You just signed a contract that says, I promise to be a servant to this bank for 20 hours a month until 2029. Think about that. You are literally a part-time slave to a corporation, and you volunteered for it because you wanted a sunroof and heated seats. Now, why does the system want you in debt? Is it just because banks like interest? Sure, interest is great for them, but the real reason is much darker. Debt is an obedience machine. A man who has $100,000 in the bank and zero debt is a dangerous man. Why? Because he can say no. He can tell his boss to take a hike if the working conditions are toxic. He can move to a different country. He can start a business. He is free. But a man with a $2,000 mortgage, two car payments, and a mounting credit card bill? He is the most loyal employee in the world. He will take the overtime. He will accept the tiny raise. He will keep his head down and his mouth shut, even when he's being mistreated. Why? Because he has to. He has modern slavery payments due on the first of the month. The system doesn't want you to be a millionaire. It wants you to be high-income poor. It wants you to earn $10,000 a month but spend $10,500. As long as you are in debt, you are predictable. You are a cog in the wheel. You are a taxpayer who can't afford to stop paying. The moment you sign that 72-month car loan, the bank doesn't just own the car. They own your Tuesday mornings. They own your Friday afternoons. They own your stress levels. We've been conditioned to believe that our standard of living is defined by what we consume. We're told that if we have a bigger house, a faster car, and designer clothes, we are winning. But let's look at the math of winning in 2026. The average American household now carries over $100,000 in debt, excluding mortgages. In the UK and Europe, the numbers are catching up fast. We are the most prosperous generation in history, yet we have the highest rates of anxiety and depression. Why? Because we are surrounded by things we don't own, trying to impress people we don't like, with money we don't have. Think about the buy now, pay later trend. Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay. They are marketing these to Gen Z and millennials as flexibility. Why pay $100 for these shoes today when you can pay $25 for the next 4 months? Here's the glitch. When you break a price down into small payments, your brain stops perceiving the pain of the purchase. You lose the connection between your labor and your consumption. You become a subscriber to your own life. You subscribe to your car, you subscribe to your furniture, you subscribe to your clothes. When you die, the repo man comes and takes it all back. What was it all for? You spent 40 years working to rent a lifestyle that never actually belonged to you. So, how do you fix it? How do you stop being a modern slave? It's not about making more money. I know people who make $500,000 a year who are bigger slaves than people making $50,000. If your expenses rise with your income, you are just a slave in a bigger house. The only way out is to reclaim your time. First, you have to realize that every dollar you save isn't just money. It's a get out of jail free card. Every $1,000 you have in an emergency fund is a week or a month of freedom you bought back from the system. Stop buying things to show off. Nobody cares about your car as much as you think they do. They're too busy worrying about their own car payments to notice yours. Second, you have to kill the debt. Fast. Every cent of interest you pay is a gift you are giving to a billionaire banker. Why are you working so hard to make them richer? Imagine a life where you have zero payments, no car note, no credit card bill, no student loan. Think about how much less money you would actually need to survive. If your cost of living drops by 50%, you just doubled your wealth without getting a raise. You just bought back half of your life. That is the ultimate guerrilla warfare against the financial system. They want you to consume, you save. They want you to borrow, you pay cash. They want you to look rich, you choose to be rich. The world is going to try to convince you that you're missing out. Your friends will get the new Tesla. Your cousin will post photos of his luxury vacation on Instagram. And you'll be sitting there with your 5-year-old phone and your paid-off Toyota. They'll look at you and think you're failing, but you'll know the truth. While they are stressing about how to pay for their freedom next month, you'll be sleeping like a baby because you actually own your life. Remember, the system doesn't fear your money, it fears your independence. Don't buy the lie. Don't trade your 30s, 40s, and 50s for a piece of plastic and a leather interior. If you want to keep hacking the system and finding the glitches that the banks don't want you to see, stick around. We're just getting started. I'm Leo, and your time is worth more than they're paying you. Class dismissed. You see, the reason I started this channel, the reason I'm standing here talking to you, is because I'm tired of seeing smart people lose the game of life simply because they didn't know the rules. We've been taught how to be employees. We've been taught how to be consumers, but we were never taught how to be free. This channel, Leo Invests, is more than just a place for financial advice. It's a laboratory. It's a community for the glitches, for the people who look at a 30-year mortgage and see a prison sentence, for the people who look at a 12% interest rate and see a theft. If you're still watching this, it's because you know something is off. You've felt the weight of those invisible chains, and you're ready to break them. Visual, quick, clean cuts of your previous/future video topics, charts, psychology, or the Leo character animation. Every week, I'm going to be dropping videos like this. We're going to dive deep into the psychology of money, the hidden traps of the modern world, and the mathematical shortcuts that can shave decades off your working life. We aren't just talking about investing in stocks. We are talking about investing in your own autonomy. If that sounds like the journey you're on, I want you to join the circle. Hit that subscribe button. Not because I want more numbers on a screen, but because every person who joins this community is one less person the banks can manipulate. Turn on the notifications too. The algorithms don't always like content that tells you to spend less and think more. They'd rather show you an ad for a credit card you don't need. Don't let them hide the map from you. Comment below with one modern slave payment you're going to kill this year. Is it the car, the credit card, the overpriced gym membership you never use? Write it down. Publicly commit to it. Let's hold each other accountable. You have the tools, you have the math, and now you have the community. stay disciplined, stay free, and most importantly, stay awake. I'm Leo. I'll see you in the next one.